Hello, thank you for joining with me. We are in Chapter 1, The Meaning of Miracles. This is 137, 1. A miracle is a correction introduced into false thinking by me, Jesus. That our problems and their solutions seem to be in the world is what Jesus means by false thinking. In our arrogance, we demand that Jesus, the Holy Spirit, or God Himself fix the problems we made. Problems set up never to be truly fixed. However, we arrogantly demand that the divine correct our mistake. In truth, however, we do not want our problems fixed because then we could not affix the blame elsewhere. Indeed, we are willing to go to any lengths to deflect blame from ourselves. It, the miracle, acts as a catalyst, breaking up erroneous perception and reorganizing it properly. We see the same idea expressed once again. Recall that originally there was material interspersed among these principles that was later removed. And so these repetitions did not come as hard upon each other as is now the case. This places you under the atonement principle where perception is healed. The atonement principle is that the separation never happened. This means everything that appears to have happened since the tiny mad idea is made up. Thus Jesus asks us, why would you want to solve a problem that is not there? Let me help you solve the problem of why you want to solve a non-existent problem. That is the problem, the insane belief of wanting problems that cannot be solved, because you believe this will keep God's love away, and even more to the point will keep your individual existence safe and protected. An inherent part of the first principle of miracles, there is no order of difficulty among them, is that all problems are the same. Consequently, all we need to do with our problems is ask for help not to solve them on the worldly level, but to understand why we keep insisting there is a world and body that demand our attention. Even more insanely, why we insist that God or the Holy Spirit fix them for us. So we learn that our lives, having first been identified with the ego, keep us in the ongoing state of mindlessness that preserves our individuality, uniqueness, and specialness, holding them forever safe from the threat of changing our minds. This is stated another way in Principle 33. Miracles dispel illusions about yourself and perceive the light in you. They thus atone for your errors by freeing you from your nightmares. By releasing your mind from the imprisonment of your illusions, they restore your sanity. Our illusions of ourselves relate to our bodies, the darkened embodiment, pardon the pun, of the ego. The miracle returns us to the light-filled right mind, thereby correcting the error of sin, the origin of the nightmarish world of death we all inhabit. Yet, because we are so identified with the ego's thought system of darkness, we fear this light. That is the attraction of the body, the shadowy projection of the wrong mind's thoughts of separation and guilt. As a result, we are always tempted to confuse the levels of mind and body, especially regarding spirituality and pleasure. To counteract this common ego tendency, which has been the bane of true religion or spirituality throughout history, Jesus issues this caveat about confusing miracle and physical impulses. Your distorted perceptions produce a dense cover over miracle impulses, making it hard for them to reach your own awareness. The confusion of miracle impulses with physical impulses is a major perceptual distortion. Physical impulses are misdirected miracle impulses. All real pleasure comes from doing God's will. Do not deceive yourself into believing that you can relate in peace to God or to your brothers with anything external. Nonetheless, and this will become another significant theme in our symphony, despite the obvious attraction the body has for the ego, it can be used to serve the right-minded purpose of forgiveness. In other words, the problem is never with the body or its activities, sexual or otherwise, but the purpose they serve. And that's going to go into another miracle principle, but I am going to pick it up there tomorrow. I thank you so much for joining with me. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow.